gain at all?
I think the brightness is just about right. I think the focus looks fine.
All right, so we would go in after this to set up the test.
Sure. And if you needed to make changes to the camera gain, that would be in under tools, tools hardware, or settings hardware rather.
Settings, camera, it's a bare gain here, okay.
Yeah, you don't want to set shutter any higher than about 10 milliseconds. So what's useful, what I found most useful is to have the shutter, or rather have the iris wide open, or between sort of 75 to 100% open on the actual camera lens.
Mm-hmm.
Set up that now.
Shutter set to 10, and then adjust the gain as needed, and that should
Got it.
get you where you want to go.
We were saying this is good for the gain right
Well,
now.
you could darken it up ever so slightly.
Got it. So I'll go down to like 15.
Sure. Ah, that's a little too dark, actually.
All right, so we go 20.
That's perfect.
Cool. All right, we go. Okay, so what's the tab that we go to when we're setting up our test?
So you would go to the test sequence table. You can either select a line and click Edit Set, or just double click on it to adjust it.
So this is our pre-con one. It's got all the same settings. So we could go 20%. Like we did last time.
What if you are setting some kind of displacement range or strain range, like or stretch range that is beyond your load cell?
Preload, apply it on first.
There's a feature that will automatically
25.
shut down the test when it
Okay.
goes beyond the maximum load.
Okay, that would be kind of detected by the program.
Yeah.
Just
Okay.
set as X.
So it'll do the same thing as if you hit the stop button there, but it automatically.
Stretch
Okay,
duration,
yeah, I know, because
10.
otherwise you will be damaging the load cell.
Well, you won't damage the load cell, not within the ranges you would reach within this type of sample.
Uh-huh.
But at some point, you can't trust the load cell readings above the maximum range, and at some point it will saturate. So you might be able to get a reading up to 2300 millinewtons maybe with these, but anything above 1.5, I would consider an untrustworthy data point.
All right, so we have our data output frequency and our image output frequency. What's like good practice settings for those?
Well, what's most useful is to have data and image at the same output frequency, but you also want to be able to capture every feature of the curve. So if you're doing a 10-second stretch, only doing data output at 1 hertz only gives you 10 data points for
That's not much.
for each phase of the test. So if you can't make them equal, I would make the data output frequency at least have it as a multiple of the image output frequency. Then it'll be easier to pare down the data points later and
So
match
we
them
could
up in your data set.
We can make them equal at 15 and 15.
You could. But
So
the
that's-
drawback of having a high number of data points is you just end up with a lot of data and a lot of images you have to sort through. So you want to find that balance as well.
Yeah. So we could do
5
say
and 5 would not be-
5. Yeah, we'll have 50 points on our curve. That sounds good. That sound good to you? All right.
So could you also
Pre-con
calculate
one
the
is
frequency
alright.
of the ramps or
Okay.
things? Okay. So it's under here or under different places?
Well, you would control the frequency of the ramps. It's just a function of the stretch and recover duration.
Uh-huh. Oh, okay, got you.
Yeah, so the maximum you can actually do with the system is 2 hertz. 0.25 seconds for each phase is the lowest value you can achieve, simply because the actuators can only change speed every 1/4 second. So even when you do like a true strain function or a sinusoidal function, it'll have to approximate that with a series of linear segments.
Yes.
So you'll hear the motor go do 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 do, change speed as it's continuing through the test.
Okay.
All right, so we've got our test set up.
You want to set up the other one? So that one maybe just preconditioning.
Yeah, so
You set up all.
You can select it and or just click insert below or insert.
All right, so this would be ramp 20%. Say we only do one of these like last time. Do you want to keep everything the same? Just have like a couple of the preconditions and
How
one that
many
we actually.
repetitions for the real testing usually means like one would be good enough, or you will do?
Well,
say for example, if we do 5, we would have average over 5, or
if you have to, I mean, that's really up to you and how you want to treat your data.
Okay.
It would be better to capture more and then pare down the data set later. Because if for example, if you did 3 reps in your test sequence as well, and you saw that all 3 repetitions were identical to each other, you could just take the data from the first one and throw out the last 2, right? But it's really it really depends on how you want to treat your data.
All
All right, so we've got pre